All right, let's dive right in. We're going to break down how you can absolutely command a room from your very first word to your very last. It really is all about making your ideas stick. And that whole process, it starts the second you step up to speak.
So, think about it for a second. What is it? What's that one thing that just instantly signals to an audience that you're an amateur? It's not, stumbling over a word or having a slide out of place. Nope. It's something way more common, and it happens right at the very beginning.
Here it is, the biggest mistake. Treating the first 30 seconds of your presentation like a sound check. You warm up in front of the very people you're trying to win over. And doing that, it just kills your momentum before you've even had a chance to start.
I mean, how familiar does this sound? We've all seen it happen. The classic mic tap, the apology, the fumbling with the clicker. Every single one of these actions just screams a lack of confidence and basically gives your audience permission to check their phones.
The legend himself, Dale Carnegie, he absolutely nailed it. You have to seize favorable attention immediately. Don't waste your precious opening on apologies or logistics. You've got to leap. Go straight for the most interesting, compelling part of your entire message.
Okay, so if you're not supposed to do the whole warm-up thing, what are you supposed to do? Well, let's break down 5 professional-grade techniques that will hook your audience from the very first second.
These right here, these are your new secret weapons to guarantee a powerful start. Let's take a closer look at each one.
First up, we have the narrative launch. This one's brilliant. You don't say, "Let me tell you a story." No, you just start the story, right in the middle of the action. This technique drops the audience directly into a scene, and their brains immediately have to switch on and try to catch up. They're engaged before they even know it. Technique number 2, the arresting fact. Just look at how Chef Jamie Oliver used this in his incredible TED Talk. He didn't ease into his topic. Bam! He hits the audience with this shocking, time-sensitive statistic. The stakes are immediately crystal clear, and all of a sudden, everyone is listening.
Next, creating a curiosity gap. Our brains are funny. They just hate an open loop. So when you pose a question or a little mystery, you create this kind of mental itch that the audience needs you to scratch. They'll hang on your every word just to find out the answer. The fourth hook is the exhibit. So simple, right? But it is unbelievably effective. The second a speaker holds something up, a book, a piece of tech, anything, every single eye in the room just snaps right to it. It cuts through all the noise and creates an instant, shared point of focus. And finally, the fifth hook. This one is probably the most dramatic, and it's also the simplest. You walk on stage, you plant your feet, you look out at the audience, and you say absolutely nothing. You just pause. That silence, it creates suspense. It prepares everyone's mind to actually receive your message. It's just pure, uncut confidence. Okay, so you've nailed the opening. You've hooked them. But what about the ending? Think about it this way. A professional pilot would never just cut the engine when they're near the runway and just hope for the best, right? Of course not. They execute a precise, meticulous landing. Why should a speaker do any differently? And here's the crucial part. A weak ending can completely undermine a brilliant opening and a powerful middle. That final impression is what really sticks in people's minds. You can't just run out of things to say. You have to land the plane.
We've all heard this one, haven't we? This is the verbal equivalent of just cutting the engine. It's such a weak, forgettable ending, and it leaves your audience feeling kind of let down. Your conclusion is your final chance to really deepen the impact of everything you've just said.
So the good news is, just like with openings, there are specific, powerful techniques for crafting a conclusion that's truly memorable. So let's look at 4 ways you can land that plane with real grace and power. These are your landing techniques: the call to action, the summary, the callback, and the vision. Each one of these is designed to give your presentation a strong, solid, and satisfying finish. First up, the call to action. If you actually want your audience to do something, you have to tell them. And you have to be specific, not just, "Oh, you should think about this," but something like, "I want you to pick up your phone right now and donate," or "Vote for this measure on Tuesday." Give them a clear, actionable instruction. Next, the summary. Now, this might sound a little basic, but it is absolutely vital for retention. After hearing a ton of information, a quick, clean recap of your main points helps lock that message into your audience's memory. You're reinforcing exactly what you want them to walk away with. The callback is such an elegant technique. You're basically creating a bookend by connecting your conclusion directly to your opening. Remember that story about walking in Jerusalem? Well, you'd end by revealing the big lesson you learned on that street. It creates this beautiful sense of closure and makes the whole presentation feel complete and intentional. And finally, land with a vision. Don't just end with facts, end with inspiration. Paint a picture for them. What could the world look like if your audience really embraces your idea? See, you're not just concluding a talk, you're starting a movement. You're encouraging them to dream bigger.
So, there you have it. The tools to craft a powerful opening and a resonant ending. No more warming up in public, and no more cutting the engine before you land. The only question left is the one on this slide. Your next audience is waiting. How will you begin?